little bit early. There have been earlier starts. Carolina played a 10 o'clock start out in Portland earlier this year. Hopefully everybody is wide awake and ready to go as the Tar Heels control the tip.
Notre Dame starting the game in man-to-man. Laszewski guarding Bacot, an immediate double team from the baseline side.
And a corner three for Caleb Love to give the Heels the early lead.
The double team. Here it's Cormac Ryan coming from the baseline side. Intelligently, Bacot dribbles out of it and makes the skip pass. Double team comes, Bacot passes out of it. And those are the kind of shots that Caleb Love is hitting. They're better shots because they're in rhythm. What a pass.
Leaky Black finds Armando Bacot, and what a start for Carolina. Both teams are down a player today. Pete Nance, we do not believe he is going to play. He's been dealing with a back issue that cost him almost the entire game Wednesday.
But they're going to spread the floor, try to draw Armando Bacot away from the basket, and then attack from there.
Goodwin inside, slips between a couple of defenders and lays it in. The freshman Seth Trimble getting the start as Carolina goes small. The Trimble coming off a really good effort Wednesday against the Demon Deacons, and Caleb Love is off to a good start here today. And Jay, a change in the starting lineup for the Irish as Laszewski lays it in and an and-one opportunity. Trey Wirtz.
Watch Laszewski here. He just slips this screen, doesn't get all the way to it because Bacot was on his outside shoulder. And you're going to see Notre Dame try to do this a lot in this game. Weak side help, a little bit late getting there.
In this building 2 years ago.
Carolina is moving the ball really effectively early on in this game. All their shots have been good shots. J.J. Starling is one of the most consistent scorers. Terrific pass. Just under 1.5 blocks per game, but took that out of the sky with his left hand.
Boy, tough baseline jumper off the inbounds for Dane Goodwin, his second bucket of the game.
Good recovery by North Carolina, especially Leaky Black, to take away that offensive rebound three.
This is Marcus Hammond, transfer from Niagara, rejected by Trimble. And actually make that, the Irish have yet to attempt a three in this game until this moment, and it goes for Hammond.
Good double team by Cormac Ryan. He went to it and then came back from it.
Love. Boy, everything but the finish. Bacot corrals the rebound and lays it in. Bacot with a spin and a follow. And Bacot dominating around the offensive glass. He's got a turkey burger as well.
The chicken tenders were actually quite delicious. I love them.
A loose ball winds up in the hands of Goodwin, and he'll lay it in to tie it up for the Irish.
Get to the rim, slip to the basket, so he's going to have to step out to the perimeter, set some screens.
Boy, nobody guards the ball, and Hammond says thank you very much as he knocks down his second three of the game. DeMarco Dunn, the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona, in the game now for Hubert Davis, along with Jalen Washington, number 13. A talented freshman coming back often kind of up and down. Hubert Davis is going to ride the hot hand from whatever he gets from the guys off the bench. Johnson, that'll help. Corner three. Good hands again by Davis to force a turnover. Love with a finish.
Screening with Caleb Love. He needs to roll to the basket quicker and harder to open things up for Love.
And Washington with a turnaround jumper coming back from the ACL last year. What do people need to know about Washington?
He is a big-time talent. That little inside pivot and short jumper, he's got a great shooting touch. He can stretch it out to three. That's not his game right now.
What a game he is having at both ends of the floor. What a rebound. Done right back up and in.
Quick to the ball to get that second jump offensive board. And then after the timeout, North Carolina goes right to Bacot.
And on his way to what looks like another one here. That's his 7th rebound to go with 8 points. And we're not even 14 minutes into the game.
He's like 59 rebounds away from setting the all-time record for North Carolina.
Ask UCLA and Duke about what Caleb Love can do. He was on fire at times in the NCAA tournament a year ago. Wirtz contested hard by Davis, but give Wirtz the credit for making the tough shot.
It's a really good job by a guard switched off on a big guy.
Inbound to Bacot, left hand, and it goes as he's into double figures now with 10. Now Goodwin steps out, gets a good look from Ryan, but left the three short. Laszewski kicks it out. Starling steps into a three, and the Irish needed that.
There's a big last 3 minutes of the first half, especially for Notre Dame. Can they cut into this lead, or can North Carolina stretch it out?
Puff Johnson with a chance for a three-point play.
Because he's taken nothing but good shots. Everything's been in rhythm. Nothing has been forced.
A steal by Ryan, and he will lay it in to make it an 8-point game.
Pajama is the wrong pronunciation.
Depends where you're from. Goodwin, another block, this time Leaky Black.
One of the best defenders in the country.
Justin McCoy is into the game now for the Tar Heels. Again, no Pete Nance, out with a back issue. And the third made three of the game already for Caleb Love. Ryan now with a Bacot on him, and the pass picked off by Black.
He's trying to take advantage of a matchup instead of just making a play.
Trimble. Bacot for an easy two.
Trimble's so alert on the defensive end. He's guarding J.J. Starling.
Ryan tipped up and in by Laszewski.
And because of the switch, you got a guard on Laszewski.
And they lost some good players, including a first-round pick in Blake Wesley. And they are just struggling right now. 8-7 overall, Jay, and 0-4 in ACC play. Davis in transition, and right now the Irish.
Notre Dame's going to get caught on a lot of switches in man-to-man.
It bounces to Trimble, and he'll finish.
Goes to the glass every time, but he's smart in the way he does it. Plays angles really well.
Laszewski around Leaky Black for the flush. Ryan backdoor cut. Laszewski feeds Campbell. Follows up his miss and gets it to go. Goodwin off the screen, gets inside, gets all the way to the rim.
Such a good cutter. Playing inside out is the future for Carolina for this season.
They did it there. A ping touch and then a kick out to Puff Johnson for a three. Wirtz. And they can shoot the three. They can cut into a deficit in a hurry if they get hot. Whether it's done, we've seen Seth Trimble. It does look like the pieces are there, Jay, for this team to improve its production off the bench as the season goes along.
A tough drive by Nate Laszewski. You can have a great impact on the game without scoring.
Boy, R.J. Davis just ran into Matt Zona, who was setting a high ball screen. Turnaround by Laszewski. Boy, he's got a lot of different ways.
Even though North Carolina's not the rebounding team that they were last year, with Bacot in there, they're still formidable.
And Zona inside, taking advantage of his playing time. So you can see how intently all the perimeter players are looking inside to Bacot. Love couldn't get it in there, so he'll drive it in himself. And the way for him to improve his field goal percentage, I don't think this might sound strange, it's not making more. It's cutting down like the 2 or 3 of those ones that he takes as Ryan knocks down a corner three. Pretty impressive era for big guys in the ACC.
Yeah, I made him even more impressive.
Right. Perkins and Doherty and Sampson. That basket is going to count, and we got a foul underneath. Hammond finds Ryan. This is a big one for the Irish, and it's got him back within 7.
He's got as quick of a release from the catch to the release of a shooter as you're going to see. The other guy I would put up there, one of the other guys, is Grady Dick from Kansas.
Starling, a transition three. Trimble with a rebound and a long look ahead. Puff Johnson.
And this is the lineup that Notre Dame's going to go with for the rest of the game.
Black over Laszewski, around and in. Shot clock down to 5. Starling into the paint, lost it. Goodwin has it, gets it off, and hits it.
Boy, talk about a broken play working out for Notre Dame. It's harder to get against a team like Notre Dame. It slows it down a little bit.
Love into the paint. Beautiful feed into Bacot.
Good defense by R.J. Davis to stay in front of Trey Wirtz.
He's got a great defensive game. Starling got pushed. Yeah, he did, and that's going to count. The foul on Puff Johnson. Not even hitting the ones they're getting. They're just 1 for 6 for a team that shoots 78% from the line on the season. One of the best marks in the country. Davis having himself an afternoon.
And even though this game seems well in hand, you don't want to let up on the intensity.
Boy, how about that? I mean, as much contact as you can have. Love kicks it back out to Black. Still 10 to shoot. Black over Goodwin. Tough shot. 11th win of the season. Notre Dame's going to drop to 8-8. Trimble. Bacot. Great patience underneath, and two more for Armando Bacot.
Two guys that have special written all over them.
Dontrez Styles is in. This is Tyler Nickel from the corner. Gets back his own miss and hits. Nickel, a freshman from Harrisonburg, Virginia, as he heads to shake hands with Hubert Davis, and Carolina defeats Notre Dame 81-64 here this afternoon. A nice effort at both ends of the floor for the Heels.